Greetings, my friends. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you are. And the topic for today is the AncestryDNA results. Now, I wanted to get this done for a while, and I did do it. I come from a Eastern background from Pakistan, and I'm an immigrant to the U.S., a naturalized American citizen. And I always had that curiosity studying history, having affinity for different cultures, to know where I really came from, to get into the gist of it. So I did do the Ancestry DNA test. It costed about like $100. And when they send it to you, you have to do a saliva sample. And they also give you the mail return box you could put in the mailbox. So it took about like probably a month and a half for me to get my results, and the results were definitely very interesting, and some of them I was I wasn't that surprised about, but some of them I was surprised about. So here we are. You can see them in the thumbnail that I have for this video, but I also have the results right here. So I have 93% South Asia, which is India, Pakistan, a little bit of South, like the North South China area, like right here. So like this is the South Asia, that was 93%. Then 3% of it was Asia Central, which is this area right here, which is Iran, Afghanistan, and those regions right here. With the Persian Empire, that was the dominant factor, which would make sense. And 1% of it was, let me see, 1% was East Asia, which is China, Japan, these areas right here, the whole Asian hemisphere, stretching all the way up to the Alaska, Siberia area, close to America. So this was very interesting about the region. And 3% was Melanesia, which is the Australian Aboriginals, Fiji, West Papua, Solomon Islands, the north tip of the Australian Aboriginal continent. So this area right here, this was 3%. So basically it could be you could sum it up to Indian, Persian, Chinese, Japanese, and Australian Aboriginal, or the indigenous of these Melanesian regions right here. So that's pretty interesting. It just goes to show you that like how connected we are with each other as human beings, regardless of how separate the current divide and chaos makes it seem to be. That he's this, she's that. At the end, we're really all the same in many ways. And I think we should cherish that, our human bond and our love for each other. So, I mean, for me, the Indian and Persian makes sense because, I mean, I was born in Pakistan, and pre-1947, that was a part of India. And my family originates from there also. And the Persian could make sense too because India and Persia were very close in their empires and their cultures and how the people dealt with each other, because pre-World War II and pre-World War I, the world was a very different place. How it was back in those historical days where everything was just one big territory. There wasn't the borders and laws and regulations that we have today that separate everything. So that would make sense, the Indian and Persian. Then you have what do you have? Then you have the East Asian, the Chinese and Japanese region. I mean, which would make sense because I think probably that comes from Genghis Khan. I could be wrong, but that comes from Genghis Khan when a lot of his when his caravans were going through the rest of Asia and they were having kids with everybody. So I mean that would make sense where I could get that from, but it could be another factor too to it. So the one I was really curious about was the Melanesia one, which is the the melanated indigenous people of the north half of the Australian Aboriginal continent and the Fiji and Solomon Islands, and the indigenous tribes that have been said from there that have like, some of them have said they have like off-world DNA, and that's amazing to me. And with that indigenous DNA that I have from there, that also gives me indigenous recognition in the United States under the United Nations Resolution for Indigenous People, which was also signed and ratified by President Obama to be taken effect in these incorporated jurisdictions of these 50 United States in November of 2010. So, according to this and according to that law, I am recognized as an indigenous person here in these United States. So that's really interesting, and I'm amazed how humanity's connected with each other. I also found two Caucasian women, one from West United States and one from the UK, that were shown as my fifth generational cousins that I shared my DNA with. I think we shared a common ancestor or something, but we had some kind of match between me and those two individuals, and it's that's amazing to me. Like, I was born in Pakistan, I immigrated to America, and I'm related to these people like on the other side of the world, and I have all of these different bloodlines going through me, and these different ancestors. So it's very interesting how this really works. Now I'm curious to try 23andMe as well, because I think that does like a different type of breakdown to show you like what side you get from your mother and what side you get from your father. Because I think Ancestry just gives you like the generic, like what you are, like a combined from your mom and your dad from the paternal and maternal line. So I think 23andMe does the individual breakdown, like who you get what from who. So you get this from mom, you get this from dad. But I mean, this is fine too, because both of them would give you the breakdown of who you are. So I would say it was an enlightening experience for me to do this and to learn other things and other resolutions that I came up with. So I mean, if you can afford it, then go for it. It's definitely an enlightening experience, and it never hurts to invest your money and time and resources into something that helps open your mind and helps you grow as a human being. And to show you that at the end of the day, no matter what race, religion, or gender you are, we're not really that different from each other in our daily struggles and aspirations and hopes and dreams. We're all the same, and we all go through the same things. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing my video. I hope to grow my channel, and I hope you like the other stuff that I have posted on here. So thanks again for checking my channel out, and if you have any questions, please email me, and I look forward to connecting with you and learning from you. So thanks again, and may God bless all of you and your families in this year and beyond.